Hello!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Countdown to Whirl. A lot was made to Scene 13. I have to redo some shots. Nothing too substantial, but it was really good. I got some cool stuff in there, some opening stuff. It's almost done, really. I'm getting a lot what I can do, so we'll see where it goes there. With that said, cue the opening.
Hello!
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another nerdy episode of Another Nerdy Talk Show, where we talk nerd. Well, 2 weeks ago, we were celebrating the announcements made at San Diego Comic-Con. And boy, was that pretty good, because it was only a sneak preview of what we were gonna... Wait. I don't think I'm going for two. Anyway, it's the first time I ever opened up with a sneeze. Anyway, today we are getting a continue of what we got from Disney with D23. All the announcements made at it. A lot of good stuff. May not get it all, but we got good stuff. I'm here with my usual host, Jib. How are you today, Jib?
Yep.
So,
Doing all right.
Yeah, Cruiser will not be joining us tonight due to his head exploding. Jan is also busy at the moment. We may get a shot. Raul may join us, though.
Yeah, rare appearance.
Rare appearance by Raul. Good old Raul. Oh my god! I remember one time we were at MegaCon, right? And I was saying to him, "Raul, get over here, vamos!" And he's like, "Thanks, Mom." Shit! I show my Spanish friends. Anyway, got a lot to we got a lot to cover. We got a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about. I'm looking forward to talking about these announcements. So, which there was nothing really announced today aside the Disney Legends, right?
No, I didn't see anything, so
Yeah,
I think they were just taking it easy today.
Yeah, I think it was. I mean, like they did the same thing at Comic-Con where Marvel just blew everything out of the water. And but we got a lot. We got a lot to talk about. With that being said, shall we begin? Is the question to be asked right now. Well, shall we?
Yeah, that's good.
Why? Let me just get everything set up. I'm just gonna make sure I get the cameras ready. Please excuse me. So what? But yeah, aside from that, nothing else has been going on aside just doing a lot of work, doing a lot of stuff. Things going awry, things not going awry. I got my first day doing Tron. It was fun. Good stuff. Where's my chapstick? It's right here. Good. So I got my handy dandy laptop here, which I should plug in right now because it's about to run out of juice. I will now, and while I'm doing that there, I'm going to sit here and leave you with the sweet sounds of Jablonski on washtub bass. Jablonski starts. That's your washtub bass. That was his washtub bass.
I don't fucking know.
He probably doesn't even know what a washtub bass is.
Like just a quick mention on something. Before we really get into the festivities.
I can't hear you. I'm expecting compliments.
Okay, so
Expecting is that what I said?
people so Kenan Thompson from SNL and all that is helping host the Olympics on the American side of things. And a whole bunch of commenters brought up a certain character that he did way back in the day, and if he was going to make a return at some point or an appearance. Want to take a guess on who that character was?
Who was it?
Our favorite French speaking man in a tub.
Oh my god. You gotta be kidding me.
Yes, he brought back Pierre Escargot. Yes, he did. and he did the bit where he just started speaking gibberish,
Are you
and
serious?
the English translation
SNL
about
did.
why Greece lost at water polo,
Oh my god,
because Greece and water don't mix.
Pierre and Escargot made an appearance on SNL.
No, he made an appearance during the Olympics.
Oh my god, I gotta look this up. I gotta look this up. I thought you said SNL. Please excuse me.
That's because that's where he's been at for a while. I don't know if he's still a cast member on there.
Who? What? SNL?
Um, Keenan Thompson.
Yeah, I asked if he's still a cast member on SNL because I was about to say he
Yeah,
totally is. Keaton Thompson is not leaving SNL anytime soon. He is SNL.
yeah. At this point,
I can't find any video of it, but I need to just find it when I can. All right, so let's get this thing started here. We opened up with G20 with D23. Now last year, we could easily describe it as, yep, blue sky.
so this doesn't this look cool? Doesn't that look cool? Wouldn't you want this to be a thing?
It's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be a thing. Get ready. It's
It might
coming.
be a thing.
It's coming.
We don't know if it's a thing, but it
It
might.
it might be a thing. It might be a liquid. Might be imaginary. Might be made of dust. Pardon our pixie dust. But like yeah, we had like a lot of like different thing. I'm ready whenever. Okay. I can bring him in real quick, I guess. I don't really want to be on there too long, but we haven't done a call in a while, so why not? I'm gonna bring in our caller, um, him right here. So yeah, so this is a Prince. Oh wait, hold on. Sorry, I made a mistake. So we got Prince Goldfish joining us on tonight for a quick call. Might as well just do it because we haven't done it in a while. Why not? Welcome your own ants. Whoa, I cannot hear you.
Yeah.
There, kind of. Yeah, there you are.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Hi, how are you guys?
We're fine. We're just about to talk to D23.
Yeah, it was spectacular.
Really was. It really, really was. We got a lot to talk about. We haven't gotten to anything just yet, but we're looking forward to just stressing everything there. I mean, like I'm excited for the Tron announcement. I'm really excited to talk about the different lands that were announced. I'm not gonna spoil anything just yet, but we got a lot coming. The Disney Legend,
Right.
especially with the recent today.
I
Sorry, go on.
I was really happy with the Fortnite stuff.
Yes, it's gonna be a very rare occasion where I get to talk about Fortnite on my show.
I mean, the Maleficent skin looks freaking great.
Oh yeah, it does. I mean, like I'm probably not gonna play it, but like it does lead me towards it. I mean, like Fortnite never, my experience with Fortnite was never anything to write home about, but like it consisted of me wandering around and nothing happened, wandering around and nothing happened, and the third time I just got shot. And I'm like, this game sucks. Like that's the old version, so maybe there's something new.
Sometime you should try playing with my gaming with me and my friend Evan. You'd have fun.
Well, I'll put it on my list, but right now I'm not into anything
No,
because I've been so
but
busy.
But for the theme park stuff, I want to say the Villains Land. To me it feels like they're rehashing Beastly Kingdom.
Well, we'll see what happens. We'll try and see what happens with the stuff with that, but we haven't gotten to that yet. But yeah, we'll see what happens. We're gonna about to begin our coverage there, so it was good talking to you.
Thank you.
No problem.
Have a good
You
night.
too. Yes. Anyway, so yes, let's begin with day one. Day one, we was mainly a lot of movie news. Um, we
Yep.
start, but throughout the day there was a lot of showroom stuff there. We saw some sets for Inside Out. We saw some Skeleton Crew setups, costumes they used in the past in upcoming Disney movies and shows. We even got some technical demonstrations. One was an interactable rocket raccoon, which was really cool. You're basically communicating with a screen image of that.
Yeah, and also they did one with Mickey Mouse too.
They did one with Mickey Mouse. I didn't see that one. I mean, the last thing they did that was more or less the 3D model stuff with Monsters Inc. and
Yeah,
um
essentially,
Turtle Talk.
yeah, they're doing that with Blue's Clues too.
Really, the thing is that I find it interesting because I recently I can't say communicating with an image is a lost art, but it doesn't get old. I mean, I recently went to Turtle Talk with Crush. And it was lame.
Yeah,
Listen, let me put it like this, okay? If you decide to do Turtle Talk with Crush, don't do a drinking game of every time he says dude.
dude.
He's like, yeah, you can say dude, now say dude all day. Your parents will love it, dudes. Dudes, Fortnite. He actually said that in the last one I went to.
Fortnite, my dudes.
Fortnite, dudes, I don't know what that means, but nice. Dude. But I'm like, I'm like looking at my girlfriend, I'm like, if he says dude one more time, I swear to God, I'm gonna pull my eardrums out. But anyway, yeah, they have one with apparently they have one with Mickey. Also, the BD droids from Galaxy's Edge West were there giving a little demonstration. And we love those
Yep.
cute little robot chickens. And actually, there was a new droid that was released in Batu, West only, and that was the ALT unit. To put it simply, imagine R2D2 if his body was the size of a soda can and he had giant Air Jordans with treads at the bottom. That's what he is.
Yeah.
Why does Galaxy Edge West get all the good stuff and we just get the lesser end of the stick?
Just because.
That's why.
I said just because.
Well, I know. Well, I know the reason why. It's because Disney Studios is right there and everything. And life sucks. Life really sucks because of that. But yeah, we got some of the products, some new products there. Apparently, there was a Bluey meet and greet from what I heard.
Yeah, there was.
Yes, because kids are running. They're like, Bluey, how did you get so fucking huge? But the idea that I hope that comes to DHS soon. I really do.
Yeah.
Side note. Hey, Caitlin.
He
So,
says hi.
Hi, Evan.
has she been keeping up with the with D23?
No, from what I've been saying.
I see. Anyway, let's go on to the movie stuff. We had a lot of announcements for the Captain America 4 movie, which is looking better and better. They're really hyping up this movie, I'll say that.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
I am too. I mean, like I am. I'm not saying I'm not gonna see it, but I kind of feel a little underwhelmed, honestly. Like I'm not. I am gonna see. I'm gonna see it, right? Excuse me. But it just doesn't grab me. I don't know why, and I want it to. Who's the villain of it?
It's supposed to be, I think, uh, Mastermind.
Mastermind. I don't think I know about that villain. But
He was in, I think, the first, like, the original Hulk movie.
oh, the one that friggin' what's his face was turning into, but before they cut away.
Yeah,
Wow, that was a very. I forgot that guy. 'Cause I don't even remember anything that happened in the Hulk movie aside the ending credits. But yeah, we got some good shots there. Let's go on with the announcements for other Disney movies. The live action Lilo and Stitch revealed what Stitch looks like.
I'm fine with it.
I'm fine with it. He looks really good. He has this cool blue thing. I forgot to put let me see if I can pull up an image here on my computer. Please hold on. But Yeah, he's good. They got the original voice actor. He has a real good look to him, and I think he's adorable. Little man. I mean, like I said,
Yeah, it looks like he's like how he just can't.
like there he is, right there.
Yeah,
Good thing. I want to see his alien form though.
yeah, I think that one's gonna be the linchpin of a lot of it. But at the same
The
time, though, I'm not
linchpin. What?
complaining.
Huh?
Like a lot of people are skeptical.
No, I was about to say. And best of all, the internet loves it. They think it's the best thing they made.
Outside of like a fringe vocal few.
So what's the deal with this thing now that people are fucking all around about?
People are whining and complaining about, oh, it's nothing like it looks horrible, blah 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 blah. Like,
What's
and some people
horrible
are like,
about
it's
it?
not blue enough. It's the wrong shade of blue. It's this, it's that. I'm like, you motherfuckers.
Really, this is what we're getting at. Sonic wasn't blue enough in live action. And yeah, I know they redid Sonic, but yeah. And second of all, you do know how lighting works with this kind of stuff there, and also this is what he looks like in live action. He's not a cartoon anymore. You're gonna see some non-saturation. I think he looks great.
I'm more. I want to see how Jumba and Pleaky are going to turn out,
Oh
though.
my god. Jumbo and Pleakley. Really, I forgot about that. Oh man, it's just like crazy because I find it funny just that just everybody's gonna be there. Gantu's gonna be in there. I want to know how they're gonna portray the human characters, honestly.
They're keeping them Hawaiian. I know that,
Well, yeah,
except for like
obviously.
Bubbles.
Well, was Bubbles Hawaiian?
No, Cobra Bubbles was black.
Yeah, didn't they they switched the casting for him?
I don't know,
Let me see.
actually.
Who's playing Cobra Bubbles? So it's let me see. Um Bubbles in Lilo and Stitch live action. He's being played by Courtney B. Vance. Oh, Courtney B. Vance. He was friggin' where's he from? He was in Tom and Huck. Who was he? Who was he in Tom and Huck?
Well,
I don't know, that's Adventures of Huck Finn. I think he played Jim. Did he? Oh, he was in Hunt for Red October. Yeah, he's playing Cobra Bubbles. Anyway, but yeah, they got him cast there. It's good stuff there. I mean, Cobra Bubbles, he was an interesting character. I think it was pretty. I didn't really mind who with that. I know about the whole situation before, but yeah, people are making a big deal about everything. But yeah, Pleakley and Jumba, I want to see what they look like. Next up, we haven't, and best of all, we have no other trailers for any other live action series being released.
totally not.
Totally not. Absolutely not. Especially one that's not unfair to the little people.
Absolutely not. Any way, shape, or form.
Nope. So I missed out on the trailer of Daredevil Born Again.
Yeah, we had some of the trailers we actually had to find on TikTok.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like from what I heard, it takes place after the post credits of Echoes. D'Onofrio's Kingpin will return to the MCU. Wilson Fisk's campaign is shown, which means they're going to be getting into the Mayor Fisk storyline. If not, probably include elements of it. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if you're familiar with that.
Yeah,
With that storyline, I'm not too familiar with the Mayor Fisk like a storyline of the comics. Like, what's the deal with it essentially?
it's which one?
The Mayor Fisk storyline.
Oh, that.
Yeah, that's what they were hinting at in the trailer because you see the his return in there.
I can't remember off the top of my head exactly.
That's fine.
Been a hot minute.
Well, it's coming out in 2025. This is a series or is it a movie?
What?
Daredevil.
Series.
Okay, I think sure. It's really cool that they brought back like the same guy for Matt Murdock. So yeah. Yep, we still need a Ghost Rider. Swear to God, if they can get Matthew, like I was gonna say Matthew Mercer. Who was Daryl in Left 4 Dead? I mean, not Left 4 Dead. Dawn. You know what I mean? Walking Dead.
Yeah.
Norman Reedus. Norman Reedus would be a good Ghost Rider.
Oh, he would. He'd be extremely intimidating too.
I think somebody posted said that would be cool if he did it, and he replied with Daryl on a bike being chased by zombies, and he said ready to ride anytime. Yeah, one can wish, just like how he wanted Jamie Lee Curtis to be in One Piece.
Yeah, it's not going to happen though.
Sadly not. Yeah. Let's talk about some Star Wars. Skeleton Crew.
Otherwise known as Goonies in
from
Space.
So Skeleton Crew. It's gonna be a Goonies ripoff, but they kind of perceived that. They said it was in Star Wars Celebration. This was Star Wars interpretation of the Goonies.
Yeah.
How you doing there, Omni Rallies? We are talking D23, and we're on Skeleton Crew. So when we opened up with I thought for a second, like, is this taking on Earth or something? What the So it looks like we got it's taking place in a modern neighborhood with the Star Wars speeders. It looks just like a regular suburban neighborhood. Like, that one neighborhood that was in the Guardians of the Galaxy, that's in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 that they land in, that's filled with the furries and everything like that. It looks like that, only they're like in hover buses and there's cars and everything. It looks like some sort of weird suburban neighborhood.
So someone actually pointed this out, and I actually tend to agree.
What?
Notice how with most of the stuff that we see from Star Wars is that it's a lot of like like on the outer rim or in a major city.
Yeah.
What if this is like in towards like the main part of the main part of the galaxy where you don't really see this stuff?
Maybe.
Where you don't see the war.
True. That's a good point there. We were actually going to yes, it's the Star Wars version of Flight of the Navigator. Oh, that's actually a pretty good comparison, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Goonies vibe is really heavy up there, and they didn't lie on that one there. They got one go with the tech. They have a weird elephant guy. They have like all the other people. You got Jude Law. And apparently they find a ship. They go out in the woods just to find a ship, and they get lost in space. They come across robots like the one droid from Rogue One. Was there the KSR-2 or whatever his name is?
Yeah.
And who else did they come across? They came across who else? Jude Law. And he's a Jedi now. Jedi Law. Jedi the Jude Law.
I fought the law and the law
one. With the Force. Okay, hold on. Let me take a look and see, when does Skeleton Crew take place in timeline? Skeleton Crew takes place after the events of Star Wars Return of the Jedi and alongside the events of The Mandalorian. All right, they're playing it safe. So, yeah, it's really jarring to the eye, and eventually, and then it just looks like a Star Wars movie, honestly. Like, I'm not going to spite it for being experimental with the setting and the idea. Like, they even admitted they're making the Star Wars Goonies.
And one of the things I heard too is that, and at least a comparison, it reminds people a lot of the old Amblin films.
That's a good observation. I mean, the Goonies was an Amblin film.
Goonies was an Amblin film. E.T. was an Amblin film.
Yeah, this does have a Spielberg vibe to it. like a little bit. Omnirail said Jude Law can't betray the law. He is the law.
I am the law.
Yeah. Anyway, so like there's a cool shot where I like the person who's clearly the Data of the group. She has like the weird Star Trek mask on.
Yeah.
Actually, if you look at the ants chat right now, I actually posted images of the skeleton crew that was supposed to be done last year, but you didn't show up, so I couldn't show it. So you can take a look at the ants chat. You can probably see some stuff.
I've seen it before.
I think I have some stuff here. Let me see. I don't know if I still have it though. That's my thing. Let me take a look. Put it on studio mode. Let me see if I still have it. No, I don't. I accidentally deleted it all. Sorry. But we got it looks pretty good there. I like in one shot the designs of the speeder bike look like 70s bikes, which
Yeah.
is really funny. My question is who's gonna be the chunk? Who's Chunk? Is it the alien? It's probably the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, what? Stop being racist on the
I could see
aliens.
it.
He's like one of those little blue elephants. But
Blue
like
elephants on parade.
blue elephants on parade, man. I am not an elephant. Yeah, I saw that Robot Chicken sketch. But yeah, I find it funny because like you look at all these Star Wars series and they always have the same plot. They just they just need to make KOTOR TV series or movie and we'll be done with it. I mean with they need to kind of separate some stuff after what happened with Acolyte, but the one thing that I find funny is that we get all these Star Wars shows and it's always involves a kid stapled to the main character, such as like, you know, Mandalorian and Grogu, Leia and Obi-Wan, Omega and the Bad Batch. So they're going, fuck it. Here's a series about kids.
And it's coming out around Christmas, so I think they're
December
shooting for
3rd.
they're shooting around for that, trying to make it like a holiday sort of thing without being it like a holiday thing,
Oh yeah, definitely.
which I'm cool with, in
Yeah,
all honesty.
gotta get that out in time for Life Day. But I digress. I'll see it. I'll see what it looks like. There's one thing I want to see is I want to see a Star Wars series where something like Acolyte. I want them to do this with Acolyte, where they just say fuck the reception. We want to tell a story. But I digress again.
I think yeah, that's a whole different conversation for a whole different stream.
Yeah, it depends on the person. Anyway, so next up we have the trailer for Moana 2. Unfortunately, like I saw Moana once and I don't remember jack shit about what happened. Something about a girl getting water powers and fighting a volcano third person or something. I don't remember. Maui likes to say you're welcome before people thank him. Parodies. So in this one, it looks
Yeah.
like we got Maui's back, by the way, as played by Dwayne the Rock
Yeah.
Johnson. We can't have a Moana without Maui. Why not? And she's traveling to some ancient island to answer some call from her ancestors. And she has a sister. Did she have a sister in the first one?
No, not in the first one. So this is a new character, which is her sister is a new character.
Yeah, I can't remember what her name was, but like she has a sister now, and she's continuing her work as the Wayfinder. Apparently, she was a Sith Wayfinder or something. Is that what she was?
Yeah, she was a wayfinder.
Yep. She found the way. This is it. I want to own a Wayfinder. It's $50 at Galaxy's Edge. Anyway, so yeah, I think the thing I like with Moana, and especially with this one, are the effects of water in Pixar's animation. It's very shiny, if you will. I mean, what did you think?
Yeah,
What did you think of the trailer here?
it wasn't bad. Like I didn't hate it, but at the same time too, I kind of feel like it's just the whole thing just kind of ran its course after the first one. Second one didn't really need to get made.
Oh yeah, definitely. The second one, it doesn't need to exist. I mean, but still, it's good. It's good. I mean, I can't say it's good. I mean, we have a live action version coming out soon, which is really soon. I mean, Moana didn't come out too long ago. Feels like it just came out like 2 years ago at this point. I mean, when did Moana come out? Siri, when did Moana come out?
Moana was released on November 23rd, 2016.
Oh my god, I'm too old. Anyway, another announcement that Moana will be coming out on November 27th. Next up was Toy Story 5. Toy Story 5 was announced. And this is being covered by a guy who refuses to see Toy Story 4. So, look, I know Toy Story 4 isn't it's not a bad movie, but I kind of feel like, 3 just ended perfectly. I know there's more, but I think this is a good place to stop. But I know I have an idea of what happens in the movie, but like I'm not gonna go too deep. So, first of all, Woody and Buzz reunite with their friends, which you said made something in Toy Story 4 pointless.
Yeah. So, spoiler. Toy Story 4 has what it has
Oh yeah.
So
are you sure they have blah blah
no,
blah blah?
now in Toy Story 4, Woody leaves the gang, but we see in a thing for Toy Story 5, he's somehow back.
Actually, some Omni put this as a good observation. It's Toy Story 5: Rise of the Machines. So what they're doing is they're dealing with modern technology, and
Yeah.
as many rogue commemorative Buzz Lightyear figures are stuck in the regular mode.
It's like 50 Buzz Lightyears are stuck in toy mode.
Oh my god, I love it.
Which is really two things. One, it's an idea I don't hate.
I know that's actually hilarious seeing more than one Buzz Lightyear go after them.
But at the same time, too, the whole idea is pretty boomer to me.
Go on.
Because it's like, oh, those darn kids and their technology and all that. But at the same time, too, it's like the plot with the Buzz Lightyears. It reminds me a lot of Mitchell's versus the Machines with the Furbies.
Oh yeah, they are Buzz Legion. I like that. I mean, like, I was also a little indifferent to the premise, but yeah, in the teaser trailer we didn't get to see much aside an LGM with the claw returning and our 3 characters running the screen with the logo. Andrew Stanton is back to direct. Stanton has been involved with this franchise since like the first movie as a co-writer. He executively produced Toy Story 4 and this is his first time directing a mainstream Toy Story movie. But you probably know what he's already directed.
Not off the top of my head.
Finding Nemo, Bug's Life, and WALL-E.
Huh?
Finding Nemo, A Bug's Life, and WALL-E.
Okay, so we're in for a good one.
We got a good. It's in hands. Oh, excuse me. It's in hands. I apologize for the constant yawning. I've had little to no sleep recently because of I'm working late hours. But yeah, like it's not. I won't say safe hands, but it's in hands. I mean, Tom Hanks is definitely coming back as Woody. I was about to say,
Yeah.
he just put down there. I wonder if Tim Allen and Tom Hanks will reprise their roles. Yeah, who else is gonna play Buzz? I swear to God, Jablonski, if you say Chris Evans, I'm going to smack you.
No, I don't see that happening. I think they're going to get the original characters,
Oh yeah,
the original people back.
you can't have.
They're this is kind of, and also too, I'll say this much: fuck Inside the Magic.
What do you mean?
One of their headline clicker. They're one of their buzz headlines is they're making Buzz evil.
He was evil once.
No, like they're making it for this one to be evil. I'm like, that's not the case.
I'm assuming it's going to be another
this time.
I'm assuming it's going to be another Buzz Lightyear. I mean, they've made Buzz evil like twice. But the other one,
Yeah, it's the figures, the other ones that are in toy mode.
the one thing
that
I
are
want
evil.
The one thing I want to see there is so it's like iRobot only with Buzz Lightyear.
Yeah,
iRobot Buzz Lightyear edition. That would just be amazing. It's like Small Soldiers, only it's Buzz Lightyear.
that's kind of where I was drawing it from. Was it's small soldiers.
with Buzz Lightyear.
It's more like it's like a more kid-friendly version of Small Soldiers.
There'll be no mercy and beyond.
There'll be no mercy and beyond.
The actor who voiced Krunk. Oh yeah, that's a good point. Patrick Warburton. He'd be a good Buzz.
Yeah, he did the intro for the.
He was Buzz. He was Buzz on the animated series.
Yeah.
Even though he does sound like
if he doesn't make an appearance, I will riot.
Yeah, Joe Swanson, man. Maybe he's the evil Buzz. I cannot. I mean, we love Patrick Warburton. Patrick Warburton never does wrong. Even if he did do Kronk's New Groove.
Yeah.
But yeah.
We can forgive him for that because he was really the best part of the whole thing.
Yep. But yeah, we got it's coming out on June 19th, 2025. You're gonna hear that date a lot tonight, people. Here's some other titles that were released. Zootopia 2 released the logo and some clips for the sequel. I couldn't really follow what the clips were. It was hard to hear.
Okay, so the one clip that was there.
Yeah.
It is the one clip that was there is of the new area called Marshtown.
Yeah, I caught that, but they were catching fish. They were going, and these like beavers were communicating with each other weirdly.
Yeah, with the walrus going like, like you say, nope, takes fish, leave.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't.
Okay, that was actually amusing.
Yeah, it was. It was like we get to see Judy and what was the name of the fox? It was
Judy and Nick.
Nick, thank you. Judy and Nick Wild back in action. I'm surprised they didn't call the movie Zootopia.
Zootopia.
Yeah, they put like a giant 2 in the middle. But yeah, the funny thing is, I'm actually interested to see how people will react to it. Considering the themes that the movie tackled in the first one, when Zootopia is a woke movie, I'm not going to get on that. And I say that and I don't say that in any like prejudice or anything like that.
It's a movie with a message.
Yeah.
With this one specifically, they're supposed to be bringing in reptiles.
Nice. Regardless, I'm excited. I want to see what they throw at us. Like when I saw the last one in theaters, I saw it because I was bored and I left like, holy fuck, that movie went a direction I wasn't expecting. Remember when Zootopia was coming out and there was those fake articles on the web that said Zootopia canceled because of furry fandom?
Yeah, I saw.
Yeah, when actually in actuality Disney used the furry community to help promote it. You didn't know this?
No, I did.
I forgot what the hashtag was, but they said take pictures in front of the Zootopia thing with your fursuit and spit down hashtag tag I zooed myself or something. And so they got everybody out there and they started sharing pictures to get everybody excited. So they used the furries' help with that. Disney actually got into a community, which was really cool.
Yeah.
Disney, they're like the Chester Cheetah of companies when it comes to furries. I mean, Chester Cheetah is always good to the furries, but you know what I mean. When do we have got to get a furry's fursuiter on this show. Would totally like to talk to one.
Yeah, it would be nice.
You know any?
Not that I know would come on.
Oh, come on, you're a brony. Gotta know one fursuiter. Moving on. Anyway, another thing that was released, Incredibles 3 was confirmed.
Yeah.
Incredibles 3, I want to know what they're going to do with this. There was one idea I saw where I was hoping that they were going to announce that their live action remake of the Black Cauldron, that was one of the live action remake list a few backs. That is one. Yeah, I would like to if they do Black Cauldron, it's going to be kind of a risk. I mean, Black Cauldron didn't really sit well with them.
Yeah, that one honestly, I think that would actually deserve a remake.
I would love to see a remake.
The live action treatment.
Hell, here's the thing: they own the Tales of Berdane. I'm like, when they come out with a new series of Percy Jackson, I'm like, you know, your Lord of the Rings show is right here. Tales of Berdane. You have the series. Why aren't you making a series out of this? Black Cauldron series. You got not just Black Cauldron, you have the whole goddamn book series. Anyway, I digress. Next up was one I am very much not okay with coming out, and it's not for reasons you think. Avatar 3 Fire and Ash was announced and set to be. Granted, I know it's. Apparently. I like how it's hitting. First of all, I like how it's hitting the opposite of water this time. Like the first one had more of an air feel. This one is water, and the other one is probably gonna have something to do with earth, whatever.
Yeah.
But and yes, this is gonna be made in memory of John Landau. May he rest in peace. But this is what I'm not cool with. This is one I'm really not cool with. First of all, the logo looks good with the with the triangular logo made of fire and lava. That was pretty cool. But the thing I'm not cool with is the release date. 2025. I'm really not okay with this. Yes, Avatar needed to. Well, it was the only Disney movie during the golden age that was PG, and they had okay, you're talking about Black Cauldron still there, yeah. But yeah, like here's the thing, like I didn't see Way of Water. I didn't really have too much of an interest in it. I heard it's.
I didn't have interest in the first one.
The first one wasn't bad. I don't think the story is weak, yes, but it's still really good. Good in my opinion. Like I can't hate it. The second one I heard it's like the first one, but I can't really vouch for it because I haven't seen it. In terms of this one, like I really think they should go back to taking more time on this movie series. Because the more time you put on it, the better it got. And yeah, I know I will agree the graphics in 3 look beautiful. Avatars always look beautiful no matter what you say. So yeah. We'll just have to see what happens. So yes, next up we have Frozen 4. $10 says Avatar 3.
Frozen 3.
You laid no Frozen 4.
No, Frozen 3.
No, here's the thing. There's going to be a 2-part Frozen sequel coming out. Part 1 is Frozen 3, and Part 2 is Frozen 4.
Damn.
That's all we know. Just in case, let me just reconfirm that, just in case, because I get nervous if I get something wrong. Let me see here. Frozen 4. Frozen 3 was delayed till 2027, but they did tease Frozen 4. So yeah, we gotta wait a long time for the next one there, so it's gonna be a long wait. I mean, I don't remember anything really that happened in Frozen 3 aside the animation looking good. But yeah, will they finally give Elsa a girlfriend? Like everybody has wanted, and now when they do, they're gonna go like, ah! This is the stuff I love, Zootopia and giving Elsa a girlfriend. Human beings are idiots, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. I will say we did get a lot of sequels to some of their popular like properties this year, didn't we?
Yeah, a lot of I get a lot of people are complaining, oh, it's the sequels and all this other stuff that are getting sick of.
To this defense, Inside Out 2 and Deadpool 3 are sequels to properties, and did spectacular.
I know.
And hey, why? And hey, like, so I'm not gonna say the sequels to these are gonna be good, but I will commemorate them for at least playing it safe to kind of climb back up the ladder.
Yeah.
There was, and thus brings me to the sequel that have been waiting for. Hold on, hold on. Let me just make sure I got this right. Hold on. $14 years. I have been waiting 14 years for this, and it's finally coming. Tron Ares. So what we got, this was probably the biggest one that was announced out of it. So Tron Ares, we got our first look at the icon, and we got a set of the crew of the cast on there, and a clip where we got Jeff Bridges back as Flynn. Flynn lives, if you will. So
Yeah.
but what's cool about it is he's donning his original outfit in the first Tron. I don't know if you've ever seen the first Tron movie.
It's been ages since I last seen one.
Yes, if you haven't seen the first Tron movie, you like it or you really hate it. So they mentioned the first thing was Dillinger is coming back, and when I heard that, I'm like, oh my god, no. Because apparently there's a little sequel that was actually released of the second movie. If you go to the Blu-ray, there's a short film called The Next Day, where it shows everybody. I haven't seen it yet because I really want to. I'm excited, but I do know one clip. We get to know who created Ram, and we also get to see Edward Dillinger Jr., who was in the second one, who's the son of
Yeah.
Dillinger Sr. He was the guy who stole the video game idea from Flynn in the first one and became the CEO of Encom. So he was fired from Encom because he stole Flynn's idea, right?
Yeah.
So he's formed his own company. I think it was like Dillinger Industries, and it started going down, down, down. So at the end, there's like I did see one clip from it. It was a conversation between what's this one? The D23 event was just mostly sequel con with a few new IPs, and they really did need to start digging more into the older IPs to remake into series or try again, make better. We'll see.
Yeah.
It shows a conversation between Dillinger and a voice. And when I heard the voice, I'm like, that sounds like fucking. And then it shows the last thing the voice says, end of line. And I'm like, oh, fuck. And so they were hinting the MCP is back. And I'm pretty sure you know who that is. You've seen images of the MCP.
Uh, maybe.
You ever seen the bit play Kingdom Hearts 2?
No.
You ever seen the South Park the Jewish camp episode?
I think so.
He's the big red guy that spins. That
Oh yeah,
Moses.
yeah.
He's basically a parody. Moses is a parody of him. He was like a chess program that became like a huge AI who wanted to take over the world and like hack into the Pentagon and the Kremlin. But so and they are hinting that this is a thing. So here's what happens. Leto's highly sophisticated program Ares, who is sent from the digital world into the real world on a dangerous mission marketing humankind's first encounter with AI beings. So they made a new MCP, and I'm assuming it's Ares, who's played by Leto. Now, there's a thing with Tron. Whenever you write a program, they manifest into people on the grid, right? And the program looks like the person who made them. That's why in the second one, Clue looks like an older Jeff Bridges, while Jeff Bridges is older, because he's been in the grid for like 2,000 years, 20,000 years, and he's like, but in real life he's been there for like 27 or something. Because like in the second one, Jeff Bridges God essentially. For the first one, it was the gaming grid. This one's like the full-on grid, and then now this one, it's the real world. So the MC is
Yeah.
essentially trying to essentially continue his conquest of the first movie. But this is actually kind of frightening. This is a very frightening premise if you're as a Tron fan, considering what happened to Tron in the last one. If you don't know, spoilers alert, Tron was corrupted by Clue and turned into Rinsler. But they were able to snap him out of it, and he falls into the ocean, and as he's fading around, his colors go from red to blue because he protects the users one last time. That's why he doesn't kill Sam in the games, because he can't harm a user. He's a security program that fights for the users. So, and he was made to stop. He was basically specific. Oh my God, the concert cruiser's here.
Via phone, but yes, I am.
How you feeling, man?
It's been raining. So
Yeah, but are you all right? I
headache
heard
is acting up.
last time I heard it was you got a headache.
Yeah, but I decided to come on when I heard the crickets chirping.
Yeah, it's okay. It's all good. Good. Welcome to the show. We were actually I was just talking about Tron Ares and how the plot is actually more frightening than as a Tron fan. So anyway,
So this is the third movie, and they brought in Nine Inch Nails to do the score.
well, I haven't gotten to that yet. I'm talking about what the plot is right now. But yeah,
Okay.
my problem is like this brings in my number one problem with the film so far. Now, I didn't see the clip too well, but I'm praying, nay, praying to God, this doesn't take it plays fully off the grid. The grid was what gave Tron its look and memorabilia, its personality, its art style. And I'm not against the idea of programs from the grid entering the real world. Hell, it's the plot of it's the plot of the ride I work at now, and it was supposed to happen in Tron 2. I just don't want to see what the grid looks like in modern times, especially since this is the grid on Dillinger's side rather than the one of Encom. That's why everything is red. Because in the first one, Sark was red, the MCP was red. The Dillinger is always represented by red. And considering,
Uh,
hmm?
Well, granted, I mean Hollywood has a big history of doing stuff like that, but what else could they do besides that?
What do you mean? What do you mean in terms of plot?
Yeah.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Like, fans did not expect a plot to go here. Like I was saying, when it came to Tron 2, there was actually a half sequel that was released on Blu-ray that made everybody go fucking nuts with excitement because they did hint the MCP was coming back. As well,
MCP Pants is coming back?
no, at the MCP, the Master Control Program. You ever seen the Jew Camp episode of South Park?
Yes.
The character Moses is basically what the MCP looks like.
Okay.
Except instead of being Moses, he's a corrupted person who can hack the Pentagon, the Kremlin, and aims to take over the entire world as he's a superior program. The MCP.
So it's kind of like the idea of the killer AI.
Yeah, so essentially the first one it's kind of a remake of the first one, which I am not against. I would love to see a remake of the first one. And so, but yeah, I want to see where we go with this. I did like some scenes, like the light cycles in the live action world. The if you've seen the light cycles, you know how fast they go.
Oh yeah.
So there's this cool shot where where Ares is in his light cycle going down the road and he's being chased by a cop car. He sees it, turns on the light wall, and it splits the car in half.
Okay then.
But yeah, let's get to the big one, the big announcement, the very big part that everybody's shouting out. Nine Inch Nails is doing the soundtrack.
Well, I mean, Daft Punk is broken up, so you can't really get them.
Yeah, I'll get back to that. But like the thing, yeah, they can't get Daft Punk, but there is kind of a cheat. But first of all, this does make sense. I mean, Nine Inch Nails, like you said, has a gloomy tone. It has a hold on. But they have a gloomy tone with their electronic stuff, and let's face it, face it, this is going to be taking place clearly more. There's teasing the villains, so they're going to be doing like more of an electronic like Doom like to it. And yes,
Yeah. So
and yes, there is a big thing there because like I know they're famous for combining alternate rock with electronic music, which is pretty interesting. And
this is true.
I am excited for Nine Inch Nails, but there is something that did disappoint me though. Here's the thing: Tron's soundtrack was the reason they chose these artists was because was not because they were popular, but also for specific reasons. Like the first person that did it was Wendy Carlos. Wendy Carlos was new electronic music in and out because like if you don't know, she was one of the co-makers of the Moog synthesizer. If you don't know what that I don't know if you guys are familiar with what the Moog synthesizer is.
Evan, just get to the point.
So she also did a lot of work. She did the soundtrack for Clockwork Orange and The Shining. Sorry, I heard some noise. So they brought her on for Tron, and yeah, this was the first time. Like, are you doing something in there, dude?
I just have you on my Bluetooth. I'm getting out of my car.
Oh, so they got her because she knows the music genre well, and she knew what the tone of the movie was. This was more. I'm not saying that was what gave her a good benefit, but more or less she was the one that established what the sound of Tron were going to look like at the time. Because you know the graphics are bad, but you really don't care. And the music, she actually had a cool balance with the original score, where when you're in the human world, it's like orchestral, but when you're in the grid, it's full on electronic. Now, when the sequel came back, I'm assuming Cruiser can still hear me. They had to update the grid. They had to make it look more modern. So, in the same time, they had to find somebody who could imitate the same sound Carlos did, but with a more modern twist to it. That's why they got Daft Punk. So like, and the thing with Daft Punk is they've never scored a film. And before you pointed out, yes, I know about Interstellar 555 and Electroma, but let's just face it here for a second. Let's just pause and face this fact for a second. Interstellar 555 was good, but the whole thing's a music video. In Electroma, it's basically the same thing. It's human after all.
Don't know if I would say that just because some people would argue that music videos are just mini movies.
Well, that was the thing. There was no dialogue or anything. It was literally the entire Discovery album in animated form. That was basically it. But this was the thing they were doing was with orchestral music, and they did good. They did good. It's one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. I mean, if you listen to that in Human After All and the Human After All album, it's kind of interesting. Like if you hear the song "Television Rules the Nation" and then the Tron theme they made, you can actually kind of hear a slight similarity to it. Hell, in one of the songs, Adagio for Tron, where they show how Tron dies in the first one, they actually use cues from the original Tron theme Wendy Carlos made, which was really cool and actually kind of made it more sad. So yeah, then we enter Nine Inch Nails. Now, I'm not gonna say Nine Inch Nails can't do an orchestral form of music. I haven't listened to a lot of them, but I respect. You know what I mean? I've heard some stuff, but I'm not an ultra fan. You know what I'm saying? I mean, when my dad thought about it, he's like, no, there's no, Evan, it's just Trent Reznor. Nine Inch Nails is just the backup right here.
Yeah.
And yeah, Cruiser, Cruiser, you can fight me on this. Go ahead. Hell, fight my dad on this.
Well, not Trent Reznor is Nine Inch Nails.
Yeah, that's basically it. He is.
I mean, it really the only he wasn't even a consistent member, but the only other member of Nine Inch Nails that's even remotely known was Richard Patrick, who started the band Filter. But even then, Nine Inch Nails was basically Trent Reznor. So basically, Trent is the band, and Nine Inch Nails is the name of it. It's essentially a brand.
Okay, I see.
Yeah, because there's a few examples of bands who there's like one primary songwriter, like they do like virtually everything, and everyone else kind of chips in and gives their little pieces here. Like
Europop, whatever.
Van Halen is a
Yeah.
big example. Like Eddie Van Halen wrote most basically everything, but when David Lee Roth left, they said, "Well, you're not Van Halen anymore."
Yikes.
So,
But anyway, my thing was when I heard Nine Inch Nails, I'm like, really, Nine Inch Nails? But I thought I changed my mind. I thought about it more because they have more of that atmosphere because it's the villains, so they're gonna bring that electronic gloominess to it. And I'm not gonna say they can't score a film because that's completely unfair. Daft Punk never scored a film, and they did fine with an orchestral stuff. Hell, in the original Tron, they did have one. They added one song by Journey, and not all of it was Carlos. They got help from London Symphony Orchestra. So
switching the laptop. Give me a sec.
So yeah, my thing was just like I was a little hesitant. Like I don't know, I was expecting. The thing about the two Tron films is how far they look to make sure they got the perfect sound for the original. They got someone who knew electronic, and they got another one who knew how to make a modern sound of what we associate with electronic music today. Like Daft Punk created the modern electronic like beats. They combined funk disco into like electronica to make that dance sound that we're familiar with. Nine Inch Nails didn't really contribute much to electronica.
If anything, if they got Nine Inch Nails, I would have to imagine the tone of this movie is going to be a bit more brutal.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean, I just told you about that scene with the light cycle, and like I said, it's going to be on the villains. I want to know how Tron is going to come back. That he has to come back.
And yeah, keep in mind, Disney did work with someone like Marilyn Manson and Korn.
Yeah, Marilyn Manson played Peter Pan's shadow in Once Upon a Time.
No, I'm talking about the
Oh yeah,
metal
I
version.
know. I mean, there is a
So,
there is also a Disney metal album, so yeah.
which is not good.
Oh
I've
yeah,
heard
of
it.
course.
Sorry.
There was one. There actually the one person I thought they were going to get though was going to be Joseph Trapanese. I'm like, really? You turned
But
out Joseph? If you
I
don't
mean, I will say,
for
metal has been on.
sorry to interrupt you.
Rock and metal has been on. I will say, rock and metal has been on a bit of an incline as of late, which is great. I love that. I mean, the first Rockville I went to, Nine Inch Nails was playing, and they didn't go back to. I would have to imagine they didn't go back to Marilyn Manson because of the controversy that surrounded him. Now, granted, he's crawled himself out of it, but still,
There's still open wounds.
for someone, but for Nine Inch Nails, I will admit that is kind of a left field move. I did not expect something like that.
I remember sending you the messages like I'm like with like I gave you like no content like dude what has Nine Inch Nails done to electronica? And he's like I'm like I guess that's why they picked him. He's like and you're like what the fuck? And I'm like Cruiser Nine Inch Nails is scoring Tron 3. He's like and you're like okay I'm interested now.
Yes,
Yeah,
I have a few Nine Inch Nails CDs over
yeah,
there.
but
Uh,
okay.
but still, like I still find it a bit odd that they chose him or they chose Nine Inch Nails just because they have a song called Closer, and like the chorus line is I want to fuck you like an animal.
Yeah, well, Daft Punk also dropped a couple of F bombs in some of their song. I mean, like friggin'.
Okay, but to actually, it's like no, we're actually gonna fuck. Like,
Yeah, of course. Like friggin' but yeah, I'm surprised I didn't go with Joseph Trapanese. If you don't know who that is, he was the guy who scored the Tron Uprising show, a show everybody has been telling me I need to watch, and I heard it's really good. But and also he did the score for the Tron Ride. He actually arranged the score for Daft Punk in Legacy. And here's the thing: in the Tron Ride, they actually do the same strategy Wendy Carlos did with the original Tron. Like I said, when you were in the real world, everything was more orchestral, and when you're in the grid, the gaming grid, everything's more technological. That's why if you go to Tron on the Tron ride, when you're outside, you hear like the orchestral version of the theme, and when you go in there, everything starts stinging. But we'll have to see. I am excited. Don't get me wrong. I can't wait for a new Tron. I've been waiting 14 fucking years for this, and I want more Tron. But that was everything.
I want my MTV, but I'm not going to get what I want, am I?
Yep. So let's bring on to the big one. Everybody was talking about all this stuff. So Saturday, Disney wasn't going to do a public stream. And it was it was going to be done on Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
Seems pretty odd.
Well, we're going to get back to that because there was a reason why they did it. But then I thought, I wish I could see. You shared it to me on TikTok, and I was saying, I wish I could watch it. I'm like, wait a minute. So I go on the hub, and I'm like, oh my god, I can a free stream with a front row seat. I'm totally in. So I'm like, Jablonski, get on Discord. This is awesome. So me and him watched the show. It was hosted by Josh D'Amario, which is a pretty cool pick. The first thing, here are all the park announcements that we got. I may have missed the first half, so I apologize. First off, Avatar is coming to Disneyland.
Now, okay, now all these things that are happening at other parks.
No, they're everywhere.
Keep in mind, I'm not. No. Hold on. I'm not spoiling anything. I'm not saying good for them or it's not cool, but I don't see how it affects us here in Florida.
Well, I just want to get every news out there, just leave my thoughts, because I'm a huge buff on it. But yeah, the Avatar Park is coming to Disneyland. This time they're doing something from us. They're doing more of the Way of Water look, and they're going to be having like a new attraction where you go on an excursion to find the wonders of Pandora. It's like a rapid ride. In other words, it's like friggin' the Rivers of Life ride, but it's more aggressive. Jablonski and we thought it looks pretty good. I mean, Pandora in Florida looks really good, and I can't wait to see what they're going to do with the look there.
Yeah, I've never been to the one in Florida, so it'll be a new experience for me when I do go.
2 years, man. I'll get you in.
I know.
Next up, Disneyland Resort in California. We got a live Coco performance, and we learned that Coco is getting a dark ride. It's a water ride that draws from the Pirates of the Caribbean and Haunted Mansion, where you hear and feel Miguel's journey. So they're going to be, and as well as introducing some new animatronic tech. I do have photos of this, which I will be posting on here. Let me just bring this up here to everybody.
Now,
hold on. I got.
Okay, so now, while you're doing that, this one I'm actually a little bit perplexed by. Not because of what it is, because it's been rumored for fucking years, but where it's going. Because for the longest time, people have been the rumor mill's been spinning around that it would replace, it would be going into the Mexico Pavilion in Epcot.
Oh yeah, there was that. There was a thing that they were going to change the Three Caballeros into that. There actually was one rumor where it was originally going to be in the expansion behind Thunder Mountain. I will be putting this in the answer chat for you guys to see, by the way. Hold on. So yeah, here's a shot from the Coco ride, which is really beautiful to look at there. And do I have one of the Avatar one? I might have forgotten the Avatar one. Yeah, I think I did. Please excuse me. With that being said, it's looking really good. It looks beautiful. I mean, Coco has a design of its own that stands out with all those lights, all those colors, all those blending. I really am excited for this. Hell, when me and Cruiser saw it on Fill Magic, we agreed it looked good. It looked pretty good.
I have to admit, this actually reminds me of something that I saw in Vegas.
It does have a Vegas feel to it. But I think it looks good.
No, well, because in Vegas, I mean, granted, this was over 10 years ago, so I don't know if it's still there. But in one of the resorts, you can actually take like a gondola that's indoors.
Cool.
Yeah, and it still has like a bunch of shops and people walking around like you would see in Italy.
Definitely.
Kitty.
Next up, we got news we got a opening song from Broadway stars Rachel Potter and Eden Espiosa. We also did a lot of the songs for the fireworks shows, where we got an announcement of a new fireworks show coming out in Disneyland Tokyo called Reach for the Stars Nighttime Spectacular. It's going to have everything from projections to laser effects, and it's also going to be the first nighttime parade to feature Marvel heroes. Which
now the only downside is there is no Sonic in this.
No what?
Sonic the Hedgehog. Okay, so there's a song on one of the game called "Reach for the Stars."
I know. I love that by Cash Cash. I love that song.
Yeah, same.
Next up, we got another nighttime show. January night. It's coming out in January. We're in Disney Paris. I don't know what exactly what it's going to be. I believe this one is going to have water effects, which is pretty cool. With projections there, I've seen some of Disney's water shows, mainly in like Fantasmic and the Epcot show. So we got some good stuff going on there.
Yeah.
And then we got the next one that made everybody at my workplace go fucking berserk. Disneyland Florida 2025 is getting a new nighttime parade. Starlight night.
Did you just say Disneyland Florida?
Yeah, Disney Starlight.
Okay, I thought you said Disneyland Florida. I'm like, that's in California.
Disney World,
What
please excuse me. I'm such. Anyway, but like, yeah, we're getting a new show with characters from Encanto, Frozen, Pinocchio. It's gonna have all these lights. Cruiser, I don't know if you got a chance to see the Main Street Electric Light Parade.
I think you showed it to me one time, but obviously it was years ago.
Yeah, and it was good. It's like everything. The lights go off, and these floats covered in lights.
Of course, you think it's good. I haven't heard you talk bad about Disney in a long ass time.
Well, the Main Street Electric like
Bust your balls, just bust your balls.
I know. No, I mean, like, it's beloved by everybody. I know. I mean, they make merchandise out of it, and hell, the song that plays in the background has been remixed so many times. It's amazing. My favorite one's when they remixed it with sound clips from JoJo. I gotta send you that, Jablonski.
Yeah.
Speaking of other stuff here, let's go on to the next announcement. Paris. Frozen Land is coming to Paris, which is now going to be renamed Disney Adventure World. This will be coming in 2026. Do I have a photo of it? Let me see. I don't think I do. Please excuse me. Next up, we have Zootopia. Going back to Animal Kingdom. Oh, wait, hold on. I did miss one here. The Nighttime Oh, yeah, I put that over. A new Lion King attraction is coming there as well. This attraction is going to be a Splash Mountain like ride where you follow Simba's journey from beginning to end. It looks more like it's akin to the live action version, unfortunately, but still, it looks like a fun ride. At least we got a first Lion King ride, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, but you hate log flume rides.
Well, like I said, the only reason I hate, well, yeah, I am crossing my fingers that they do something different with it. I don't hate log flume rides. I just wish they'd do something new with it. Yeah, you know what I mean, right? I'll take that as a yes. Anyway.
Nah, but my brother's texting me, so I'm a little distracted.
All right. Next up, next year at Disneyland, the Opera House will be getting a new show called Walt Disney: A Magical Life. If you don't know what the Opera House is, it's currently hosting Muppets 3D. It's going to feature a story about the life of Walt Disney, featuring the first animatronic of Disney himself. His office is going to be on the stage where we see his accomplishments and everything. But that's not all that's going to be there. We have a return of Mr. Lincoln is coming back. Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln is going to be returning to the Opera House. Cruiser, if you don't know what this show is, it's pretty famous for an attraction. It featured one of the first audio animatronics of Abraham Lincoln. It was the first time like a dead guy was like resurrected in animatronic form in a way. In like advanced technology. It's a very famous show because you see, when it came to Lincoln, Disney was a big fan of this president. He actually used to dress up as him as like a kid and deliver the Gettysburg Address. So he knew the character pretty well. He was a big guy on him. You know.
Was Disney wasn't Disney also rather tall himself?
Disney? I don't remember. I think he was pretty tall. Lincoln was a tall guy. I can't remember that. I thought it was like just there.
Fun fact, long before I met any of these guys, I used to live in Westfield, New York.
Cool.
A town so far in the middle of nowhere, even people from bumfuck Egypt would tell you to move. But there was this little statue of a girl talking to Abraham Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
And I was wondering, what's this statue even about? Well, turns out this little girl told Lincoln that he would look better with a beard, and
Oh,
that
I
girl
heard
was
this
from
story.
Westfield.
I
Yeah,
heard.
she was from Westfield, New York, and she's the one who convinced Lincoln to grow a beard.
Yeah, which saved his life, by the way.
No, he was still got shot in the head, dude. Nothing. That
No, no,
beard
no,
did
no,
not
no,
save
no.
his
When he
life.
was elected, there were like people from like the Confederate that wanted to assassinate him before that, but they couldn't find him because of the beard, and he was in disguise half the time. They're
How
like,
can you
wait,
miss him? He's 6 feet tall.
yeah, but they didn't know who he was. He didn't have like he had like because of the beard, it kind of hid his face. So that little girl technically did save his life, which is pretty cool.
For a while.
Rest in peace, you peace, Lincoln. We love you. Anyway, so let's go back to Animal Kingdom. We got a Zootopia show coming. Was announced last year, I believe, which is replacing Tough to Be a Bug. Thank fucking God. We don't know
This
much.
is still over in California, right?
No, this is
No,
this is Florida, Animal
well,
Kingdom.
Okay.
So yeah, we don't know much about what the plot is, to my knowledge. We didn't see much, but yeah, Zootopia attraction is much wanted there. It's a good movie. So,
the
but
rumors
then
are still going around about Rafiki's watch being turned into Zootopia.
oh yeah, I've heard about that. It's very unlikely. There is no room for Zootopia back there unless they like knocked out more land, but we'll see. Next up, we got a
I
new.
wouldn't be mad.
I wouldn't either. Next up, we got Dino Land's replacement. Thank God. We are getting Tropical Americas. It's gonna be more like a South American, like Spanish, like
I thought we were getting the Indiana Jones ride.
we're getting to it.
Gotcha.
The area is gonna be more like a Spanish, like Hispanic like area there with more of the architecture similar that we saw in the Harambe market in Africa.
Yeah.
I believe my dad helped out with some of the company my dad worked for did do some drywall work there. The new town is called Pueblo Esperanza. It's the heart of the rainforest with a Spanish style look. In there is a horse stable with a that will feature a carousel with animals from Disney stories carved out of wood. They actually revealed one on the floor that looked like Kevin. And there are photos I have of it. Hold on, let me just send it to you guys here of some of the archways. If you look at the ants chat there. I'll be posting it for you guys right here just so you can see. We have the layout out for you to see right here. Here we got a big open area. I like how it has like that star look to it. And we can see some of the attract. Hmm?
I'm seeing the Cinderella art up there. It just makes me think of that song.
Yeah, that's gonna be the archway. I like that weathering on the arch there. It really looks nice. It kind of does give me more of like the African village in the back of the park. But yes, let's get on to the big part here. The Indiana Jones attraction. First of all, there was some concept of the building there. You're going to be entering a giant Mayan temple. This story is we thought we were getting the copy of the ride there. We're not. I'm assuming the boulder at the end is going to be there. And of course, so here's the story of the ride. Cruiser, you said you were concerned about how Indiana Jones would fit in this with Animal Kingdom.
Yeah.
They found a way. Essentially, they did what Expedition Everest did as well as Avatar. The story is
They made up an animal.
it's in
Is
folk.
that it?
Basically, they didn't make it up. It is an actual like folklore. It takes place in a Mayan temple where Indy discovered excuse me. It takes place in a Mayan temple that holds a mythical creature. And Indiana Jones being the pretentious asshole he is, he has to see it. And the best part, he's bringing us with him. I see nothing about this going wrong. Funny enough, when this was announced, they actually opened up with the theme orchestrated by the guy by Short Round himself, Kyo Kwan.
I can never get that name right. I always just call him Short Round.
Yeah, sadly that's the case.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's
like
nothing against the guy.
Yeah, it's like, sorry, dude, I just cannot pronounce that.
Yep. So yeah, he did ask the question, Will there be snakes? And so, Cruiser, I was.
Ironic because he's going to be voicing one.
Oh yeah, definitely. This is another shot of the inside of the ride there, and it looks really cool.
So it's not an exact copy of what California has.
Yeah, they are.
No.
They are doing an original idea, which is pretty good.
But it is the same ride system.
More than likely.
More than likely, there's no doubt they're going to keep the boulder at the end because it's iconic in Indiana Jones. I would love to see it. Hell, the boulder if they do it, I hope they do the same effect with the boulder in the California one because it's scary as shit. Where you go back from the boulder and then you run forward under it.
Yeah, that's one thing that's on my bucket list is to go on the one in California.
Oh, it's good.
So part of me was kind of hoping it would be the same. And yeah, Evan, they made up an animal. Okay, folklore is basically made that it's not a real animal is my point. Like the Yeti's not a real animal.
Well, they still found a way to make it work.
Let's see how the ride turns out.
Definitely. Yeah. I'm expecting a good adventure. Next up, we got another one that people have been looking forward to, and that's the Encanto ride that has been hyped up for a while. So, Cruiser, you still haven't seen Encanto yet, right?
Right.
Right. If you haven't seen it, I bet Jablonski has, and I think I speak for both of us when we say it is one of the best Disney movies ever made because of just everything. The score's good, the colors are beautiful.
Personally, I wouldn't put it up that far, but it is good.
So what you're gonna do is you're gonna pros casita, and honestly, I'm actually surprised they weren't gonna do this with the Mexican pavilion by making it more like Colombian. Because I could imagine, because Cruiser, you've been to the Mexican market in Epcot with me, didn't you?
Of course.
Yep. I always thought that looked like the inside of Casita, where it's like that open area there. I was expecting like windows to open. You still see like Encanto characters, and there are like the doors.
I was expecting Coco actually.
Oh yeah, Coco has had a.
That's why.
Well, Coco has had a presence on it with like figurines and like displays in the front, which have some pretty decent lighting effects. So here's where the ride's plot comes in. The ride's plot is it takes place on the day that Antonio gets his gift. As you know, his gift is communicating with animals. So Casita brings the furniture to life, so you can see rooms in the house and end up in Antonio's room. You get to see the rest of the madrigals. You get to see their rooms. You get to see more of Casita, and eventually shows up with you ending up in his room and just seeing him talk to all of his animal friends. This whole land is set to debut in 2027. So, yeah. What did you think of this, Jablonski, when you heard it?
I kind of figured they were going to go that way.
Yeah.
It really is the only place you can really go with it.
Mm-hmm. Well,
as long as it looks good.
I know they were doing animal stuff. I thought there was going to be like an animal show or something, but I didn't think they were doing a full-on ride.
I figured they'd do a full-on ride.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Cruiser, would you check it out? Yeah, it looks pretty. What do you think of it so far? I know you haven't seen it, but what do you think?
The ride?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think it's a cute ride?
Yeah, I mean, I'm basically expecting what that Three Caballeros attraction was. Like, I'm not expecting like a high thrill action or anything. Just rather like a stroll through the water looking at animatronics.
Like a classic dark ride.
Yeah, that's a good way
to put it. I also look at the seats. Look at the seats carefully. You can actually see they look like the seats from the movie. Casita's made the seats come to life. That's pretty. If you look down there, see them? They're like little benches. So let's move on. So they made the next announcements. Correction. They sang through the next announcements. I don't know who these two guys were.
Okay, so I'm just getting this out of the way now. My biggest gripe with the whole panel, so many fucking musical numbers.
Yeah, they were good. I mean, except for friggin' what's his face singing "Life Is a Highway."
Oh, Shabuzi.
Yeah, Shabuzi's rendition of "Life is a Highway" was not good.
No, it wasn't.
But here's what we got going on here. They sang through it. Tiana's Bayou Adventure coming to Disneyland November 25th. Bear Country is going to be named to Bayou Show. Zootopia will be replacing Bugs Life in Animal Kingdom. Epcot's... Excuse me. This one was pretty cool. We're getting a new lounge in Epcot for Spaceship Earth. Hey, anything that gets me alcohol in Epcot is a winner in my book. And look at that view out there in the background. In the background, you can actually see um the fireworks show. So this is going to be a good shot.
Yeah.
But that's not the
Well,
only.
it's concept art. I mean, let's be honest here.
Well, they've nailed pretty close. They're my dad.
No,
I've
no,
seen.
my point is that the whole point of concept art is that it's just meant to give you an idea. It is going to change. We just don't know if it's for the best or for the good or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, when my dad did a lot of my dad's Mater Southeast did a lot of like. I've seen a lot of concept art with them, and they're not to say it's exact, but they do pretty damn close stuff. For example, when this lounge comes out, it's gonna be crowded as fuck. But that's not the only lounge we're getting. We're also getting one for Pirates of the Caribbean.
Gotta take a piss. Be right back.
All right.
Keep going. Keep going.
Okay, I just want to make sure. So Pirates of the Caribbean is getting its own lounge in Magic Kingdom. I don't know whether this is going to be the Magic Kingdom in Disney World or Disneyland. Was
Which
that ever
one?
the Pirates Lounge?
Disney World.
Oh, that's gonna be Disney World?
Yeah.
Yes.
For usually for the clarifications, I go onto the Disney page
All
on
right, cool.
Facebook, and they clarify a lot of the stuff.
Look at this stuff. Look at that anchor on the top that's on fire. That's gonna be the lighting. You got a pirate up there. There's gonna be gold, jewels, weather effects. This is kind of like the skip like what was that one thing in the Polynesian, that secret bar? Trader Sam's, I think it is. Where whenever you
Yeah.
order something, it makes the room react. I've got to take my girlfriend to Trader Sam's. Actually, it kind of reminds me of that one resort they were gonna have that eventually became the Tiki Room. So yeah, I'm gonna wait for a cruiser to come back for the rest.
Yeah.
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
here.
okay. They announced Test Track will be coming to Epcot in 2025, which is good. And after their last effect, when they brought in their last announcement, who comes out to say hello?
Larry the Cable Guy.
No, that's later. Billy Crystal.
Yeah.
Yay. He actually tells the story where that he said him and his nephew, they have the same like birthday, so they go to Disney World whether he likes it or not. And he wears a hat so no one can see him, just to know who he is and everything. But one day he was next to this family, and this little kid like had all this Mike Wazowski apparel on. He had like a stroller, he had like the toys and everything, and Billy's like, I can't, I have to. So he pulls out his head and goes up and goes like, "Hi, I'm Mike Wazowski." And the mother's like, "Oh, that's a good impression." And the mother's like, "Oh, that's a real good impression, but I think my son does one better." Thus brought on, he gives his own rendition of we wouldn't have nothing if we didn't have you. And thus we get the announcement for the Monsters Inc. land in Hollywood Studios.
So
Monstropolis is coming to Hollywood Studios.
So a lot of people are freaking out with this.
First of all, let me show the concept art because I know what you're gonna say. Oh my god! Oh my god! Look at the image there. Look at the image there. I just noticed in the background Mike's new car. Also, what the fuck? That guy has a monster for a baby. That's a human. Look at the ice creams. Look at you can go to you can get the sushi. Jablonski, look, you can get the sushi.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I also like how they got Mike's new car, and is that a
Monsters eat?
Hmm?
What kind of sushi does Monsters eat?
Harryhausen's. It's in the movie. But yeah, they also gave a good shot of the complex at where we will bring up the issue. Oh wait, no, that's Mike's new car over there, and there's the CDA. So, yeah, tell them what the issue is. Especially it was this image in particular that got people's nerves riled.
Okay, so everyone's trying to figure out where this thing is going to go. And a lot of people are speculating that it's going to be around where the Muppets is. And I actually disagree.
Really? Well, the reason why that speculated was that theater on the far right. Like right there.
Yeah.
Actually, let me zoom in on that. I do like how this does look like a parking lot, which is pretty funny. I can't see the text too well, but there's something there. That is the city's too. That is the city. Those are the city buildings for the town that's near it. But no, I know.
Because these were the two that I was thinking, though.
Hmm?
It would be going either they change animation courtyard.
Yeah.
And use that, or because of Indiana Jones going to Animal Kingdom, they close in the indie show for that. I'm more leaning towards the animation courtyard because of how popular the indie show is.
Mm-hmm. I can see that. Maybe it depends on what the spacing is. Because yeah, I don't know how it would go.
Yeah, I know it's going to depend on spacing, but again, I don't know how they don't necessarily say how big this area is going to be. For all we know, it's probably going to be the freaking coaster.
Mm-hmm. Well, we haven't got.
With
Oh
a
yeah.
little bit of
Well,
a.
I didn't reveal. Okay, big reveal. So yeah, Cruiser. We are getting a new roller coaster in Hollywood Studios, and the roller coaster is going to be Monsters Inc. Well, it doesn't have a name here, but this is a photo of it right here. And if you see in the
Yeah,
image,
like yeah, for the with the doors, yeah.
well, yeah, but not only, but like I said, when it comes to roller coasters, every roller coaster in Disney World is different. In this case, we are finally getting a repelling roller coaster
Repelling.
or hanging roller. I don't know. I call it repelling roller
There we
coaster.
go.
Hanging. I heard it goes both ways, I guess. But yeah, look at that thing. You are riding laugh cans through the doors. So what you need is So they need your laughter. You're going to be going on the Laugh Factory tour with the suspending coaster through the laugh floor. Well, guess what? I feel like an asshole now.
Why?
So there's a lot of people who haven't been to the Monsters Inc. laugh floor, right? First of all, I don't know what's
How can
gonna.
they have not been to MILF? Seriously.
First of all, I'm gonna answer this. No news has been announced by what's gonna happen to the laugh floor. So don't ask me anything there. But back then when no one really knew what the laugh floor was about, right? So I got a lot of people that were from out of state that thought it was a ride. First of all, like I always thought to myself, yes, how does Monsters Inc. laugh floor translate to ride? And then someone asked me, so is this like a roller coaster or something? And then I'm like I couldn't even hold back. I'm like, I have to leave. This was like during my early years when I couldn't take the madness. I'm like, the fucker thinks that a ride, something called laugh floor would be a roller coaster. What fucking idiot thinks that? And when I saw this, I'm like, I am really dead to this fucking planet.
Yeah, I mean, I should have killed you a long time ago.
Yep.
But our friend Raul actually might swing in. He
You better get in now
pretty
because
excited.
you better get in now. It's getting crazy. It's getting close.
Yeah, but our friend Raul, he's big into theme parks down here as well.
Yes.
Being a crew member over at Universal, and of course, obviously, they're really looking forward to Epic Universe. But before they get to that, they still have Halloween Horror Nights to get through.
Mm.
Which you guys already went over the villain area, right?
No, it's spoilers. Yeah, we're
It's
saving
already
that.
been
We're
announced.
saving that as the last announcement. We're going with all the announcements in order. Where the hell? We'll be right back when he comes back on. I'm gonna put a splice here.
What?
Boo is in the roller coaster concept.
What kind of booze?
No, Boo, the little girl.
I know it's a joke, dude. It's a pun.
So are we? Is it a recap of the first movie? Or are they doing Laugh Factory? They did say Laugh Factory.
I think they're doing Laugh Factory.
Then why is Boo there? Nevertheless,
Because fuck
why
you.
is she in her?
Yeah, what are you boo-hooing about?
Why is she even in her disguise? Also,
Boo hoo.
you wanna know what's really funny? I was doing I think her costume is supposed to be Buddy Boyle from the Monsters Inc. Laugh Show, because he has the same eyes in the suit. All right, so
Yeah.
I gotta continue, dude. I'm sorry, I gotta continue the stream because we're running out of time. So let's go on to the next announcement here. Next up is Frontierland, where, as Cruiser said, Larry the Cable Guy came on via Zoom. It was Mater, of course.
Yeah.
So he zooms in because he was late, because as a tow truck, he got a flat tire and he had to wait for a tow truck to come get him. But he did have an announcement to make. So in Frontierland, I think this is Disney World. I don't remember.
Yeah, it's Disney World.
Okay, thank you. We are getting a Cars World. So the deal with this.
That is the way.
Okay, Jablonski, let's just agree with her that he sang it better than friggin'
Shabuzi. Yeah, I
Shabuzi.
like Shabuzi, but yeah, that
Yeah.
song, his cover was god awful.
Yeah, it's god awful. Shabuzi, come on, man. But yeah, there are some concept images that were released of it. We are getting 2 attractions. A mountain car ride and a kids attraction. These are the shots of the mountain car ride, so it looks like you're driving like through mountains in the race area. This is going in Frontierland, so it looks like it's going like Thunder Mountain-esque, which is pretty cool. Cool, and it looks good. I think.
Yeah.
I'm expecting like something really like more drifting. Maybe it might be slow. There's also going to be a kids attraction, but nothing has been really shown of it. It looks pretty cool. I like some of these car designs. The people in the.
At first, I was like, "Oh shit, they're bringing Radiator Springs."
Yeah, I thought it was Radiator Springs
East
too.
Coast.
So yeah. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Cars World. I mean, what do you think, Cruiser? There's some concept art in the Ants chat. Cars coming.
Yeah, let me take a look here.
Cars. I know. I'm not.
Okay, it looks like it's going to be the same kind of, at least the same type of ride as the one in California. Because it does look like it's a race of some kind.
Yeah, it looks like a mountain bike race. And it might be just mountain. Well, I don't know if it is a race. Let me see. Mountain.
It's not a race. It's like a.
It's just a
adventure or
tour.
some sort of shit.
It's a tour. You're in a mountain car. Maybe it might be fast. I don't know if it's gonna be fast or not, but it looks pretty good. I like the terrain and everything. What do you think? What do you make of it? Do you think that's pretty? Looks pretty good though.
I mean, the
Yeah.
terrain looks cool. I'll be curious to see how they translate that live.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, and
do it
also
live.
too.
There's even a point where you go through water.
I actually think, honestly, I think this deserves to be behind Big Thunder Mountain.
Oh yeah.
Than,
Oh,
there
he's
he
here.
is.
He's here. Cool. But yeah, Raul, thank you for joining us tonight. So we were just talking about the Cars World announcement.
What announcements have you already talked about?
Basically everything aside the big reveal at the end and the cruise line. We've gotten through. We're like literally near there, and we also didn't get through the games.
Okay, so I'll talk about pretty much right now, since you mentioned Cars Land, I'll talk about that, and then I'll mention some quick points, some other things maybe towards the end.
That's fine. What'd you think of Cars World?
Mixed feelings, I will say a little bit mixed feelings, a little bit, only because the reason I'm saying that is because I like the reason where at first I didn't understand why Guardians was in Epcot because it doesn't kind of fit with the theming of Epcot, especially with the future and everything. Because yes, it is a future, but it's a comic book alternate future. So and at least for me, with Frontierland being about the frontier, Thunder Mountain, and everything else, Cars seems like a strange IP to put into it. I'm not saying I'm not excited for it. It's just very strange. And also where they're gonna put it is my question. Is like the way that the area is like they're gonna have to take out Tom Sawyer's Island to make it even fit.
Oh, thank God, please. First of all, like if they take out Tom Sawyer's Island and people start freaking out, like, no, you are not. You have no right to freak about that because nobody goes to Tom Sawyer's Island. There's nothing there.
Out of all the things to freak out about something closing, there's nothing in Tom Sawyer's Island to
I know,
freak
like
out
it's like
about.
it's like
It's a nice, quiet area, but that's about it.
you go around there and there's nothing there. They took out the rope bridge, the best part of the island.
Exactly.
It's like, come on, dude. It's like, no, Tom Sawyer's Island should come back. I'm like, no, you never went to Tom Sawyer's Island. It's a horrible hell. It's also a pain in the ass to operate because you're operating a real goddamn boat to get there. I mean, yeah, the riverboat, I can get it. It's iconic, but like, come on, man. Tom Sawyer's Island, you did nothing about this. Last thing I want to know is how you met your first girlfriend at Tom Sawyer's Island. You know what I mean? Anyway, next up, we had the announcements for the cruise line. I'm only just gonna go over this briefly with the cruise line. Okay, the Disney Treasures will feature a Moana show that features a 15-foot puppet of the what was the name of the lava character? It's been a while. I mentioned this before. It's been a while since I've seen Moana.
Phoebe?
Yeah.
Phoebe, yeah.
I'll go.
What?
Yeah, one more time.
There's gonna be a Moana show on the Treasures cruise line that's gonna feature a 15-foot puppet Phoebe, who who was the villain in the last one.
Tahiti.
Yeah, was that the name of the character? Was it Vivi or is it Phoebe?
No, Tafiti.
No, it's
Fiti.
Tahiti.
Thank you. Please. Like I said this in the beginning, it's
Tahiti.
been a long time since I've seen Moana, so I'm not surprised if I got something wrong here. And I haven't been on one of the cruises yet, but I know they've been like rising in popularity recently.
So much so, I had to get all for one.
I did the Disney Wonder, I think, back in 2003 or 4.
And I'm guessing
I have done
there it is.
the Disney Magic. I think that was my first crew. No, okay, I'm trying to remember the order. Like, it's
Never
Disney
been.
Wonder and Disney Magic, and Disney Dream and Fantasy. Yeah.
Yep.
So I did the smaller one, the sister ship of the Wonder, which I believe is the Magic. That was my first one. Then I did Fantasy for Halloween, and I did a European one for the Magic. Then I did Wonder for Alaska. I pretty much, and also I've done the Wish. I've pretty much done all the ships.
Well, you're gonna have a lot more
as
ships to do, man, because we got news of something really cool. They're adding 8 more ships. Bringing
I thought it was only like 5 more or 4 more.
Yeah,
4 more.
they said they already announced 4 more, but at the end they're like, we're adding 4 more ships. So now they're gonna have a fleet of like 13 ships.
Where are they gonna go? Like, at least half of them are gonna have to go in Miami. Some of them are gonna have to go to the West Coast.
Actually, yeah, some are gonna be
And
there's like one that's gonna be in Japan. There's one that's gonna be in like the Shanghai area. They're going near the park.
oh yeah, they did announce they're partnering with Oriental Land Company in Japan to basically have a Japan cruise there.
Yep. But yeah, I actually like how they promoted how they were gonna get 4 more because like they actually got All for One to perform. I swear. I thought it was pretty cool. There's also the Disney Destiny is also gonna have a production of Hercules production on it, where they promote it by getting Susan Egan, who voiced Megara, where she performed a lounge rendition of "I Won't Say I'm in Love," and she was actually wearing Meg's outfit, which was pretty cool.
Ooh.
I mean, I feel
What?
like this show for Hercules is definitely
Okay. Off topic.
Okay, man, we got
Just real quick.
really quick, man.
I'm just gonna mention it real quick. Tango Gameworks got taken over and revived by PUBG publisher Krafton and plans to expand the Hi-Fi Rush IP.
Well, it's actually an interesting thing you brought that up because we're about to segue into the game announcements.
What game announcement?
Well, here's what happened. Disney didn't release this as a public stream except for Fortnite. Disney is teaming up with Epic Games to develop an entertainment universe based on Disney IPs. And according to them, when they were streaming this, they had over 1 million viewers watching the stream.
It was the only way to watch it, so they had no choice to go to Epic for it.
Well, the other reason, people were also watching it on TikTok, so yeah. So, yeah, they're going to be introducing.
Plus the bloggers.
True. Yeah, the bloggers too. Anyway, but yeah, I got a front row seat because I have the cast page. So yeah. But yeah, Disney stories are coming to Fortnite, and they brought out each like department of the company to announce like what's gonna be there. First off, the villains are coming. Cruella, Hook, and a very cool armored Maleficent is gonna be added to the
Why
roster.
armored?
She has like this cool like she has like it's for the aesthetic of the game. But she's in an armored uniform now. Pixar. The Incredibles are joining Fortnite, which seems about right. Seems pretty cool. Next up, Dave Filoni came up and announced that both Grogu and Gideon are going to be playable characters. Grogu will be in his in the armor that he wore in the last season of Mandalorian with the bounty hunter droid, the IG unit.
Yeah.
And lastly, we got Marvel. This made Jablonski splooge himself. What they did.
No.
Yes, it did.
Kind of.
I heard him go.
Not in that.
I heard him scream. Doctor Doom is coming to Fortnite, as well as all the X-Men, Mysterio, and there's going to be hero skins and weapons.
It was the X-Men that got me too. That got me.
Seeing the banana Wolverine pop out of the water like in Origins was pretty funny.
What's funny is that apparently on Sunday there was a parade of them going down a sidewalk.
Yeah, you sent me that one too.
Yep. This is why I say, Evan, my shit posts actually are very informative sometimes.
Yeah, we were having a thing about his TikTok posts. Dave Filoni also made another message. Aside from the next live-action Star Wars for Mandalorian and Grogu coming out, a new mission on Smuggler's Run is going to be installed next year, and the skin is going to be running via the Unreal Engine, which made me go, "Oh my god, are you serious?"
Please tell me it's not going to be too complex.
I mean, it's probably going to be the same controls or anything like that, but
oh god damn it, forget it then.
Cruiser, you really don't like Smuggler's Run, do you?
I said the controls are way too complex. They made it way too complicated.
Not really.
Yeah,
Like,
they did, dude.
considering
You don't need to have two steering wheels that two different things.
Well, that's how it's flown in the show, but like
doesn't matter. It's stupid.
Cruiser,
What works good in a film does not work very well in real life.
Cruiser, is there really nothing about Smuggler's Run that you like? Aside the
Not
atmosphere.
really.
All right, cool. Then shut
Not
up.
really.
Cool, then shut up. Anyway. Anyway. Apparently, Cruiser doesn't have eyes because in a complex thing, there it illuminates all the buttons to tell you what to do.
Oh, would you fuck off, Evan? Stop kissing ass.
I will kiss as much ass as I want. Anyway,
Disclaimer.
Anyway, the next up, we had the Marvel little panel here for some of the attractions here. Deadpool crashed the party.
Yes, I want to actually talk about some of these, especially his little slides that you showed.
This was great.
So there were a few. So he obviously took jabs at Disney, but there were a lot of deep cuts too.
Oh yeah, there was a lot of deep cuts.
One that took me by surprise. He actually referenced Superstar Limo, specifically the Drew Carey animatronic.
Oh my god, yeah, that was funny.
I was like, okay, so I didn't see the whole performance because Evan had to leave during the middle of it, and I was like, no fucking way they did that. There is no way you got away with that one. That was like Disney's most hated ride.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. They might let Deadpool. My favorite one was the dragon joke.
Oh, the dragons, yes, on both sides of the coast.
Yeah, yeah. I'll move faster than a dragon on fire twice. And it just shows a crayon drawing.
It sound like a broken jetty.
Yeah, and the broken Yeti with him holding the sign that says "Fix the Yeti."
Like, yeah, it was really funny. They gave him a Fortnite skin, and he was cool with it for a little bit. But let's see what else we got here. These were the new things coming to the Marvel Pavilion. In Shanghai Disney, we got a Spider-Man roller coaster coming. the thing is that we don't have much of a plot there. We know Dr. Octopus is going to be involved with it. You're basically going through different worlds on your own roller coaster while springing along with Spider-Man. Man, the concept art looked really good. I couldn't download it because of time. I apologize. So I think that was pretty cool. Anything roller coaster I'm into. But my question is how they're gonna make it innovative. Because as you know, every Disney roller coaster has one unique feature that stands it out and it has an innovative feature.
Yeah.
We'll have to see what happens there. In Hong Kong Disney, I'm sorry?
I thought you were talking about Californians.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That in Hong
Perfect.
Kong Disney, Stark Expo's new ride with Spider-Man will be coming on, where it's more like I don't know how to describe it. It was like some simulator. It looked like it's hard to decide.
It is basically a Gringotts basically ride to put
Well,
it in perspective.
that's pretty okay.
Wait,
Actually,
for what one?
it's like a green. It's the one that's in Hong Kong Disney. So it's like a screen-based coaster. We are going to be going over the time, people, tonight. Yeah. Nice. Next up,
We're heading into overtime.
yeah, I know. We're going to the Avengers campus. There's going to be an expansion to the world where this wall is going to come down. That's been there. That's blocking off something. So it's going to come down, and we're going to get an expansion to the multi-world theme rides. A new ride called Avengers Infinity Defense. You are put, as you know, in the whole campus, you're trained to be a hero. This time, you're putting the train to the test, and world traveling is going to play a theme in it. So King Thanos stole this craft. It's like a Back to the Future kind of deal, and he's wreaking havoc over different locations such as Asgard, Wakanda, New York City, and even one where you fight Thanos himself. You have to go in the simulator and you go to a different world every time, which I think is really cool. It's like it's like what they do with Star Tours. So there is definitely rewritability on it coming. And then there's
Yes, Spider-Man the Ride is coming to Disney, coming to Avengers Campus.
yes.
Raul knows what I'm talking about.
Oh yes, we know about the infamous Spider-Man ride there. The best to which that Spider-Man ride, the best I can say about it. I ain't gone on it, but the best I can say is, by God, they tried. They tried.
I still laugh at that campus show where the Spider-Man missed the jump.
Yeah.
I still laugh.
Yeah, Deadpool actually referenced that too.
Just because like I'm picturing the Goofy scream when he does that.
So actually, I wasn't referring to the one that was the Spider-Man ride in Avengers Campus. I was referring to the one in Universal. Raul knows what I'm talking about.
Yes, I know what you're talking about too,
Yes,
dude. I've
I
been on
do.
that ride. Anyway, the one other thing that's gonna be there is this one was not grabbing me. I'm sorry.
What?
This was a ride coming in 2025. Stark's Flight.
Oh, I love the Kuka arms. They're so much fun.
I know. I think they're fun too, but my problem is it's basically Sum of All Thrills.
The twist that they're giving, like you mentioned, it has rewritability.
Yeah, it's Sum of All Thrills. There's no argument. It's Sum of All Thrills.
Mm,
They did have the screen in front of your face, right?
I think so.
Sum of All Thrills.
But
they did show a picture of Bob Iger and Robert Downey Jr. riding it, who is going to be reprising Tony Stark in it, which is pretty cool.
Hey, they gotta milk that money out of him somehow.
Yeah, I'm just glad they were able to do it. And
like, we're paying you this much, okay, you're gonna work on some rides for us.
Yeah. Well, considering that Robert Downey Jr. Sorry, go on, Raul.
And being Wolverine till he's 90.
Yeah. I will say up front, that must have been expensive, considering he is the most expensive actor in Hollywood. So yeah.
But yeah, I think this ride, the flight simulator or whatever the fuck it is, is going to be a holdover while the big ride is still being worked on.
Oh yeah, definitely. But we'll see. We'll see. See, I want to see just where we go with it and just how it's going to and how it's going to play out. If it plays out good, we'll see where we go with it. But yeah, so that was pretty much everything announced in the Saturday thing. Right? Am I not glancing over the big one that made
Yeah,
everybody
there's one
huge?
more.
Oh
I have a
yes.
list here real quick.
Oh yeah. Raul, we didn't go over it yet. The biggest announcement that everybody wouldn't shut up about at work today. Like
I'm talking about
every guest
Villains
approached
Land.
me and said what's going on with it? Is this where it's going? What's going to be? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Let's.
no one
We're talking
knows.
Oh yes, we are talking about the Villains World.
Yeah,
Villains
Villains
World.
Land coming.
Villains Land has been the concept of a Villains Land has gone as far back as like 2013. It's been canceled, rewritten, canceled again, brought back on the table, rewritten, canceled, and now it's finally happening.
We already know why it's actually happening, so.
Yeah.
And the
Yeah,
thing is crazy, it's been around since Beastly Kingdom. Because the whole idea of having an evil land and a good land comes
yeah.
all the way back to Beastly Kingdom.
Oh
That's
yeah,
how long they've had a general idea of this.
oh yeah, that is where it originated there. I remember hearing about it in like 2016, like they're making a park for the villains, they're making a land for the villains, and then like it was canceled, it was brought back. It was brought back last year in a concept that was going to show like Coco in the back of Thunder Mountain. You saw the villains land in the distance. But like I said, last year was like blue sky, yup, whatever. But like now that we
So,
finally got confirmation, it's crazy. The villain land looks amazing. Apparently, this is going to be a huge complex. You said it was bigger than
yeah,
that Fantasyland expansion, right?
yeah, that's what they're saying. They're saying it's supposed to be the biggest one, the biggest expansion in Magic Kingdom.
I'm not even surprised. Look at this. Look how huge this thing is.
Now, I
It's like,
this is one of the few times
There's
I
gonna
will
be force
say that
percent.
this should not. Okay, so this should not be in, behind Big Thunder Mountain,
Oh yeah, it's not going to. It's
where
probably
it
gonna be.
should.
Sorry,
Yeah,
go.
where it should go is right next to New Fantasyland,
That's what I'm assuming they're doing.
because thematically it makes a lot more sense. Like you wander off too far, you wander off the path a little bit too far, you wind up in the villains.
There might be, they have to put it in an area where there's less foliage, and that's going to be a hard thing to put there because that goes to like the roads to get into the tunnels and everything. That's like,
Yeah,
and also it's going to eliminate it would have to go into the fireworks area and everything like that. It's huge. But yeah, look at that I know that's all forced perspective back there, but like look at that Maleficent back there, the cast. What do we got here? We got the Forbidden Castle from Sleeping Beauty. In the far right, I can't tell, what is that, Pinocchio? Is not Pinocchio, Snow White. We never got a good glimpse at Snow White's castle.
if you look in the water, apparently that seems to be a coaster of some kind. But
Oh my god, I never
my
even
thing
noticed
is,
that. I never even fucking
what?
noticed that. On the bottom of the water, look at the water. There's like a coaster under there. Let me see if I can bring it up to you guys.
Oh yeah, bringing people to point that out.
There are the two thrill rides have been announced at the complex. I'm guessing that's one of them. I'm assuming that might have something to do with either Ursula
It's
or.
gonna be the other one's probably gonna be a dark ride.
Oh yeah, definitely, because you see like the dragon back there.
but here's the thing, and this is just me based on the history of Disney and their and certain announcements.
Yeah,
How
everyone,
much
but
of what they're showing will actually be finished? Like the coaster that they're showing there, the concept art.
Yeah.
We don't know what kind of ride system it is. As far as we know, it could be a Slinky Dog coaster clone, just slightly longer. And then the second ride, it could be there, or it could be canceled and we just end up with one ride. It's just the thing I'm afraid of is they announce these things, and then we end up with the bare minimum because then budget cuts, or went too big and then just scale it down, and it's not as impressive. That's my fear with the Villains Land. They show this cool concept art, of course, as a response to a different dark universe
Hmm.
that's gonna be coming up in a year or two. And then my fear is that they're not gonna put all their efforts into it. I hope I'm wrong, but my fear is that they're gonna start building it, and then they're gonna like, we ran out of money. Our Deadpool money ran out.
Well, it just made over $1 billion, so
We'll see what happens. I mean, the land itself, I'm expecting some change. I mean, like it's probably going to be like lesser in scale, maybe. I mean, like if they were to put like an entire land back there, it's going to be crazy. But if it's going to be bigger than that, it's going to be biggie. I'm bigger. I'm actually really excited to see that. They said the technology in this is going to be incredible, but that actually makes it significant with the coaster down there. Like I said, every Disney coaster has a unique feature, and this one being underwater is definitely one that's catching my eyes. My question is, what is it going to be themed after? Maybe Ursula?
It could be, yeah, like it could be
Yeah.
Little Mermaid. It could be.
Atlantis?
I mean, Little Mermaid is the only one that makes sense. It wouldn't be Atlantis, but the
Yeah,
thing is, just
granted.
because it's near water doesn't mean it would be Ursula. It could easily be any of the other villains.
True.
It could even be a Dr. Facilier ride. It could be a Yzma ride, although
that would be
who knows?
That
fun as
would be
hell.
fucking hilarious if it was Emperor's New Groove. But like one thing that was really cool was that there is one theory about what will be down there, and that they're bringing the dragon from Paris to Disney World, which I really
It
hope
would
they
have,
do.
I don't know, only because, fun fact, I went to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
So excited to see the dragon. It was under refurbishment.
Damn, I'm so sorry, man. That dragon looks fucking Cruiser. If you haven't seen the dragon in Disneyland Paris, it looks fucking awesome. Cruiser. Okay.
We can't hear you.
Ah, he's muted.
Your mom is what?
It's confirmed, everybody. Cruiser
I'm
likes
sorry.
sucking
You have to
dick.
make an appointment.
Anyway, so yeah, the
It sucks
villains.
I couldn't change it. I couldn't change his name because after that, I knew the name that I was thinking of for him would fit perfectly.
Oh, what was it gonna be? Let me know.
Uh, Timmy the Blowjob Queen of Saskatchewan.
Let me just hold on. Let me just give Jablonski the ability to change names here. Yeah, Cruiser hates it when we change his name, but like which is crazy because I remember one day we were doing Star Wars Celebration and I named him the Rancor. So yeah, Villains Land was announced. We got a lot of announcements this year, and of course, nothing really much was shown today. But aside from Harrison Ford and John Williams being put labeled now under the title of Disney Legend. So all in all, that was D23. And what would going from top to bottom here, Jablonski, what do you think of D23 this year?
It was a far better improvement than from what we got uh, with the Blue Sky stuff. As soon as he said that we got that it's all active development and whatnot, I was like, okay, I'm sold. Show me what you got. And if and I'm hoping that a lot of this stuff does happen. And there are some things that I hope are finished on time, specifically Zootopia and Test Track. Since I'm going to be over at Disney in 2026, I want those to get done so I can actually experience them.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Zootopia was like halfway done its production, honestly. Because it was announced last year, and I think they announced production began last year actually. I can't remember much. All I remember was this screenshot of the characters coming out of the screen. But yeah, we got some good stuff that
I mean, did they even announce anything about that for
What?
this last D23?
they I know it was confirmed, but I don't, and I think they began production on it. That's all I really know. The poster is done. They showed the advertising poster, which means it's usually when they do that, it means it's nearing its finishing touches. So, but anyway, yeah, Raul, what do you think of this year's D23?
agreed with Jablowski.
Yeah.
It felt definitely they had to bring something like because the last D23, which technically they count this. I keep forgetting this is technically every 2 years because there is one in Orlando, but it's slightly different from the one in California because California feels more like a Comic Con big event. One in Orlando, it's
Oh yeah.
slightly like less big. But anyways, that one 2 years ago, it felt slightly. I'm gonna be honest, it felt weak. Like all their announcements were pretty much blue sky, blue sky, blue sky. Or the things
Yep.
they actually did
Yep.
announce
This
is
is
like,
happening.
here's a meet and greet. Here's a meet and greet. And the thing that pisses me off more about their blue skies is half of them it changed completely from even what was the original, or if even they stay the same. It it doesn't give us a time frame, but
Well,
regardless,
this year.
I enjoyed I enjoyed this year's more. It felt like at least for most things they had a timeline. My only issue is certain things like for example the Villains Land. There is no timeline on that, and I'm hoping they don't decide later on. It's like, oh, we'll postpone it for a later time frame. Later time frame. It's like I honestly want it to be its own park because I felt like with its own park you can do more, like a fifth gate. But that's neither here or there. Overall, better.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping they actually start building.
There is something about that actually. I think they are planning a fifth gate, but it's not going to be for a while. I think it's only they can have to open under some standards because of recent events. But that's a conversation for another day. Cruiser. It's after the Reedy Creek thing. They had to like make a deal with. It's It's a real complicated matter. I don't want to go over on my stream, but Cruiser, you're next. What do you think? What was your thoughts on D23 this year? Your mic. Oh. I guess he can't hear me.
Cruiser.
I guess he's talking to somebody. I don't know.
Maybe.
One of my things I liked was the response. People are like were expecting like the craziness of Universal going there, and yeah, there was some stupid stuff on there. But like one of the things that was funny. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure there is. And meanwhile, both the executives from both parks are probably sitting in a room right now drinking a bottle of champagne, laughing at all this stuff. Okay, well, I think I told you the story. My dad knows Dan Cockrell, right? You know who that is, right?
Dan Cockrell.
Dan Cockrell was the former president of the Magic Kingdom. He's a friend of my dad's. He actually sent him a get well card when he was hospitalized last year, right?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I actually asked him. He was speaking at a safety conference one time. He's a nice guy, first of all, very kind man. And when I asked him, I'm like, what was it like about the whole thing with Universal and the theme park warnings and everything? He's like, look, can I be completely honest with you? There is no war. I'm like, what? And like, yeah, we work together on some stuff, like not specifically. The war thing is literally a marketing ploy. I'm like, yeah, I had a feeling that was the case. And he's like, I'm gonna go on record. The guys at Universal said if something happened that got Disney out of Florida, they have gone on record of saying to me, yeah, we would be fucking screwed. We would be fucking screwed. But yeah, he's a nice guy. He actually used to be a bartender at this bar that was near my area. He took him there one time as a reunion. It was really funny. I want to get him on the show badly because you would like him. He's a nice guy. He's a really smart man. Knows exactly what he's doing. Raul? Did you catch everything I just said?
Yeah,
guys, we gotta go.
Yeah, we're gonna end the show tonight. Thank you for joining us, everybody. We'll see you next week on Ants. Raul, thanks for coming in at the last minute. It was good seeing you here.
I may or may not be on next week.
It's okay, man. It's all good, man. Keep in touch. I want to do stuff with you. Nice. And by the way, I want to ask you something as soon as I go to credits.
It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. It's the end of the show, so don't blow it. End it right.
My life is a bacon-wrapped hell on